we're going to talk about the NBA Players of the Week. Last week, we had Alperen Şengün and Jaylen Brunson win the Players of the Week. Well deserved. The Knicks are playing some good basketball. They have clinched their spot in the NBA Cup. The Rockets have done the same. Who do you guys want to start with here first?
Easily. You will talk about Alperen. I will happily talk about Jaylen Brunson.
What if I was going to talk about Jaylen Brunson?
But then you can go and perfectly talk right after me when we talk about Jaylen Brunson for the sole reason of this. I was very vocal about it last time we were here speaking about basketball, talking about Jaylen Brunson. I feel like he's been getting unnecessary slight, putting him in conversations with even me, where I disagree with it wholeheartedly. De'Aaron Fox, LaMelo Ball, and even Kyrie Irving, who I'll give Kyrie his flowers. He's been amazing, especially in the absence of Luka. I can hear that one. But Jaylen Brunson was always trying to get the new players involved on the team. And he was also doing it efficiently. That's really what was exciting me the most. He was averaging 25 on 48% and 39, 40, 41% from three before this recent stretch. He was still playing efficient basketball. He just didn't need to average 28 because Karl-Anthony Towns has been one of the best players this season. You're trying to incorporate Mikal Bridges into the offense. OG Anunoby has now transitioned to being a consistent three-level scorer, at least early on into the season. He's been getting his other guys involved, and this week you averaged 27, 54% from three, almost 10 assists a game. He has developed a lot better as a playmaker this season. He's really taken that responsibility this year because he does have so many other scorers that he can rely on. But he knows when it's time to get a bucket, and he has been consistent. Right now, the Knicks are number one in offensive rating. Yes, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the main storyline because he's the new toy. He's been the guy that's been balling every single night from night one to where we start right now, and even last night where he has that great move on Mo Wagner, where he goes, he's like, come on, are you serious? You're trying to bet? You're trying to hang with me? Goes and hits that beautiful fade. Cat's been amazing. Just everyone on the offense has been amazing outside of the inconsistencies out of Mikal, but even he started to figure it out yesterday. Josh Hart has been awesome. The Knicks offense has been clicking on all cylinders. But Jaylen Brunson never fell off. And if you try to get your jokes in on Brunson falling off because he wasn't averaging 28, 29 a game, that's on you for being a disgusting casual.
Jaylen Brunson had a career high of assist numbers against the Denver Nuggets. 17 assists in that game. And that was honestly the perfect storm of everything happening, coming together. OG Anunoby scored a career high. Karl-Anthony Towns was playing at an insane level that game. And I just feel like the Knicks are figuring it out right now, of course, led by Jaylen Brunson. But as a whole, the offense is looking more fluid. The defense is not as bad as it was to begin the year. And I feel like we're just having more players off the bench step up. I feel like Cam Payne is becoming more comfortable. Deuce McBride has always been there.
He's him.
And we're just seeing the best versions of everybody that's playing. Mikal is starting to figure it out, but we see Karl-Anthony Towns. He's passing the ball and he's being encouraged to do more things offensively.
Bro, that dunk
pass was
he's ever done.
Hilarious?
It's just the theatrics of it, yes.
Yeah, like Cat is making some great passes now, and he's being more encouraged to take on more of a playmaking role. Josh Hart is shooting the ball well, and he's just this Swiss Army do-it-all player, 15, 8, and 5. Like, he's just been amazing, and OG is also taking a leap. I just think that this version of the Knicks, they're probably like one role player trade away from actually shoring up that depth that they have. But Jaylen Brunson has done a good job of sacrificing and making sure that everybody gets involved while still getting his. And the playmaking leap that he's taken isn't being talked about enough because he is passing the ball better than he ever has before.
Yeah, having a career high in assists. He's leading the league right now in terms of plus minus. He's having a great season. You know, I think the first 3 weeks, month, it was quote-unquote down year for Brunson, but even if you looked at his numbers, the efficiency was still there. The assist numbers was as high as it's ever been. Just he wasn't scoring as much as he has been these last two seasons, especially last year. But when you add Mikal Bridges, and OG seems to be taking a scoring leap, I'm not shocked that, you know, Jaylen Brunson doesn't have to average 30. And he's been showing that he does not have to go out there and dominate the ball as much as he had in years past. And that was one of the weaknesses of the Knicks team when you look at these last couple of seasons, where Jaylen Brunson is really the only guy on the court. Of course, Julius Randle was hurt last season. So majority of the year, Brunson was the only dude who could really create for himself. Like, OG, yeah, can he put the ball on the court and get a bucket? Sure. But Brunson was the only guy you could count on to be a reliable scorer. Now you have Karl-Anthony Towns, who, of course, can get some buckets too. But the fact that Brunson's been able to I wouldn't say change his game because it's still Jaylen Brunson. He could still go for 30. He could have a 10, 15 assist night. But the fact that he's adjusted his game to having all of these scorers and shooters around him, of course, adding someone like Karl Anthony Towns, who's probably his best teammate in terms of New York Knicks that he's ever had, being able to fit him in seamlessly. Cat from day one, maybe not the Celtics game, but from day two, Cat was fantastic offensively. There was really no learning curve for them on offense. Defensively, there's still some concerns. My only concern with the Knicks right now, Mikal Bridges got to lock in on defense. If Mikal Bridges does not get to a high level or at least above average level defender, it's a little scary because as great as Jaylen Brunson and Cat are offensively, those are two guys that are going to get picked on defense. You can't have a third person in your starting lineup who you will probably be closing with on most nights be someone that could get picked on, because now, as great as OG and Josh Hart are, they can't cover up everything, right? Especially when you don't have like a big man down low that you could just funnel things towards him and he could protect the rim. So that's my only concern with New York right now. If Mikal never returns to that high level defender we once saw him be, then their ceiling definitely drops off.